Hi, this is Marco with Flick Direct, and I'm here with Michael Richardson. How are you doing?
How you doing, man?
Great. Can you tell us about Panthro with ThunderCats?
Oh man, oh you just lowballed me there, huh? Yeah, Panthro, man. Yeah, I play Panthro for the new ThunderCats right now, and we're just. I guess we finished up recording for the first season, so right now it's in production, and we're waiting for it to come out right now. So I was very excited to be cast as that role. I don't think you'll see him immediately in the first episode or two, but maybe then the first three you'll see him pop out. So I'm thrilled to play that guy, man.
This is still ongoing. That's a great role, and you definitely have the chops vocally for that. You're a great pick for that.
Thanks, Marco. Thank you, man. I believe Mr. Hyman, Earl Hyman, who played him originally, I loved his voice. And it's crazy because back in the day, back in the '80s, I was in a I was in the hospital for an ankle surgery, and I was in there for a couple weeks, and that would come on TV. The ThunderCats would come on like every day, and I would watch it and watch it. And I go, wow, this is a cool cartoon. And to actually sit here today and say that I'm playing Panthro is, I must tell you, man, pretty exciting.
That definitely is good. And you have I mean, I went through your I knew you were doing that, and I went through the rest of your stuff looking for things you've done. You've got quite a lot of stuff going on. Is there a specific role that you have now or in the past that really stood out? Panthro is a great one. Anything else? Like, man, that was a great role that I landed. I was really into that.
You know, I must tell you, what role that really kind of stuck out for me that I loved playing was the Joker for the Batman. Mark Hamill, who was fantastic playing the role before me in animation, an animated series, he was fantastic. So to actually come in and just play another version of the Joker, I was just a little bit, apprehensive about it, but it worked out. I was very happy. I was having a really bad day when I had to audition for that role. So I took all my frustrations out on the mic and just let it loose. And lo and behold, they called back and said, hey, they'd like me to play the role. And so that was a fun role because it was free. There was really no boundaries. The directors just, it allowed carte blanche with me. They allowed me to just basically go nuts with the character, which I did. And I miss playing that role. It was a lot of fun.
I can imagine that. Yeah, that was another standout role. Actually, I did follow that. So that's some good stuff. When you're voice acting, I at one point was driving a lot and I listened to audiobooks, and I really was into how the actor, the same guy reading, would have to change his voice subtly to do the different characters. And what I want to ask is, in your head, when you're changing the vocals for a character, you're doing some subtle stuff because you're not doing these you maybe do different voices, but whether doing something subtle or over the top. I want to know kind of your thought process, how you inhabit that character. What do you think about when you're trying to do it, or get what the director wants? How does that work?
Yeah, well, if it's a character that I've been cast in and that I do it on a regular basis, on a weekly basis, I must say, I mean, being involved in so many different shows, that can be a problem because you can forget sometimes what a person sounds like. So they'll actually play back, a previous recording that I've done of the character, so I have a better sense of, okay, this is who this person is, and I just slide back into him again. Some directors allow you to choose whether you want to record one character throughout the show first and then go back and record the other characters, for that session. Or you just, some directors, ask you if you'd like to go bam, 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 each character, back and forth straight through the script. So it's challenging, but it's fun to do it that way. To just go from one character to the other. It keeps your chops up, and it's more fun, actually. So.
One of the things that I was wondering about, I don't know if you've ever done this, I couldn't put it together directly from the bio. Have you ever done you talking to yourself as two separate characters? Has that ever come up for you?
Yes. Yes, a few times. Yeah. You'll get that every once in a while. I did, for instance, a special for a Christmas special called The Happy Elf with Harry Connick Jr., and I played a lot of different characters in that. And I remember one particular scene, I played the mayor and his assistant, and they would have this constant conversation with each other. So I remember well, I think this town should have a tree. I believe that would be the right thing to do, sir. Yep, I think it is, that kind of thing. So we would just do stuff like that, and that's just one scene from one show, but that's a constant thing. That'll happen a lot, actually.
It's got to be a little schizophrenic. I'm impressed. I'm impressed by that. I think I would have a very hard time figuring out how to do that. So.
Just having fun, man. It's just having fun.
Yeah, it sounds that way. I think I could. I think I could tell that you really enjoy this.
I do. I really do. I really do. I got buddies of mine who are like in their 60s, still playing teenagers, man. So just to watch them, and it's like it's like almost like a fountain of youth sometimes in those booths. When we're recording, it's just wonderful to watch and a lot of fun. Good therapy. Laughter, I believe, is also always good therapy.